Previously, on the Jamaican Experience with Yaz.
We on the island here, we have an eclectic group of women to choose from the good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifferent.
Okay, yes.
And I've been on dates where I am paying the bill and the woman says, no, I'd rather split it. Even though it's a known fact that we're on a date. So she'd rather split it because it takes away from her empowerment that a guy thinks he has to pay his way to speak to her and things.
Not.
You should be able to wash, you should be able to clean, you should be able to cook.
And that's important to Jamaican men.
Yeah, it is because your mother tell you from the get-go, ensure she can wash. And you know, we're speaking about women being trapped. Remember, men can also be trapped as well.
Tell me about that. Hey, it's Yasmin Abdallahad from the Jamaican Experience with Yaz, where I bring you a Jamaican experience that transcends sand, sea, and sensimilia. This is part 2, and we're continuing our discussion on Jamaican women. Should we beware? And we're hearing from the man's perspective. My guest today is Mark Anthony March. So grab your snack and stay tuned to the end. This is gonna be juicy, enlightening, informative, and fun.
You know, we're speaking about women being trapped. Remember, men can also be trapped as well.
Tell me about that.
You do have gentlemen out there who, let us say, for some reason they may not be working or whatever, and the woman is now the breadwinner of the family and they feel obligated or they are trapped within themselves, because we do have women who abuse men. Physically, mentally, yeah, physical.
Here?
In Jamaica. Let me tell you, man, enough man out the road that get beaten.
What?
I'm not talking. It is true. Physical abuse does stand here.
Here?
I used to be a peer educator when I was in high school.
Wow.
And we used to be by the health center all the time. Men in Jamaica are getting abused. The physical abuse may not be the norm. Mental abuse from Jamaican women is a real thing.
From Jamaican
Because she
women?
hold it over her head and say, that's why they're picking enough for you. The child could be yours, you know, but she going to say some smart remarks.
I don't know why a woman would do that though. That's a point that we need to talk about.
And that is true, it happens.
Why would a woman say that if that's not true? Let us just transition into that as a matter of fact. Because
paternity fraud?
Well, yes, paternity fraud, because it is one of the things that they say about Jamaican women, which that part, I don't know if I can dispute it. They say that Jamaican women
love your jacket.
Love your jacket.
You're not Taylor.
What?
Jamaican women,
Jamaican
women, you guys are the amazing seamstresses out there.
What?
Jacket, paternity fraud in Jamaica is way too high. And I have an unpopular opinion that when I've said it, persons look at me and cuss.
All right, tell us.
I think paternity tests should be done at birth.
Okay, well, here is the thing. The truth is, it is. I know why it's an unpopular opinion, because if my husband said that to me, I would immediately tell him, that's it, you know?
Yes.
Because first of all, I know I'm not that type of woman.
Exactly.
So because I know I'm not that type of woman, I would definitely feel some sort of way if he went and asked it done.
Which is why I don't want him to ask you. I want it to be mandated.
Oh, you mean regulation?
No, and here's why.
That will never happen.
All right, so look at it this way. You are in the 26th percentile of Jamaican women who are faithful to your husband.
What?
Hold on. 26th percentile of the Jamaican women who
This is how they feel, guys.
No, because there was a study that was done a few years ago saying that there's some paternal fraud in Jamaica is at 76%. I can't remember her name, but it was a scholar at UWI. She did it. 78% is what our paternal fraud is in Jamaica. Wow. That, I think, within itself is ludicrous. And it's because of stuff like that.
Mind you, they would have had a focus group. They would have used maybe 1,000, 2,000 women or something. But
and
still,
that is true, but the fact that you have a sample size.
Wow.
And focus groups are usually how we do a lot of things in the world. So having it, I understand it's a hard conversation to have with your wife or your girlfriend to say, yes, I'd like a paternity test. I couldn't try that with none of my girlfriend them. Or none of my wives. Wives, wow. I couldn't try that with my girlfriend, my wife. I couldn't have tried that, right?
Yes.
However, the conversation itself, it is unfair for a man to take 18 years of his...
What I'm saying though, some of these men, don't they think that there are some red flags, some telltale? Because some of them suspect, that the child not even is not theirs, but they just let it go.
Yeah,
right?
and that is true.
Because besides the looks, there are the woman's
attributes and
behavior during the relationship and stuff that you can kind of say, you know, so me don't really trust the timing of this pregnancy.
Yeah, but here's why nothing will be said about it. Just like how you said, if your husband ever came to you and said,
because I know I'm not that woman.
yes, but
so
that's the thing, you know. And if everybody was supposed to do everything as they know and trust, it's in human nature to trust.
Yes.
But we have genuinely dishonest humans.
I have to give you that one. That is rough.
We have genuinely dishonest humans.
That is rough on a man.
You understand? And it's I've seen many situations where paternity fraud has happened in and around circles that I'm involved in.
So that is true, guys.
You know?
I did say, you know, I spoke about that before. Paternity fraud is a
real.
real thing in Jamaica. It's a real problem. So the women are cheated. Basically, so that answers the other question. If Jamaican women are heavy cheaters.
I'm sure. Let me tell you, I wouldn't say that Jamaican women are heavier cheaters than any women in the world.
All right.
But you guys are definitely the slickest.
How we slick? What we do?
All right. The typical Jamaican woman out of a relationship or in a relationship usually have more male friends than female friends.
That I am very atypical in that regard. I don't have any male friends.
Oh well, that's different.
But you know why?
Right? But that's different though. But the typical woman I know has a lot more male friends than they do female because
I have
women.
male acquaintances. I have a lot of, but when I say friends, we're not close like my girlfriends where we say, hey, come let us go go hang out and have some food or something. I don't have male friends like that.
Okay.
Right? So I have friends that I could say in general, acquaintances. You know, we talk good or whatever, hey, what a go on, you know, but we are not close to the point where we're going out for lunch or hanging out on the beach or nothing. Like I don't have any male friends like that.
I have many female friends.
Do you think that that's what makes it? Sometimes the lines get blurred because we don't always say, listen, if we're gonna hang out, we have to hang out in a public space. Cause you know how the man thing goes. Yeah. Even if you don't really feel her that much, if she say, listen, you're gonna say, all right, why not?
Yeah.
That's how you go.
Yeah, but let me show you why the Jamaican women are slicker. You will have a guy that's, you guys have been friends for years, but to your husband or spouse, that guy is your cousin.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
They're lying about the cousin?
The cousin, them say, oh, me and John are good on my cousin. Yeah, man, I'm cousin, my family. And when you start get suspect, you ask auntie such and such about John. Who named John? You know what I mean? It happens.
Oh, wow.
It happens. And
I don't know I cannot believe that I didn't know all of these things.
Jamaican women are not slick.
Honestly, I am surprised about the cousin part.
Yeah, man, it happens. It happens every now and then.
I've heard that they use cousin like I'm gonna hang out with my cousin.
Yeah.
But to use cousin as a actually introduce their spouse to this person and say this is my cousin and it's not.
A lot of Jamaican men know them bona, man. Them know they just know say that person is that person.
But the thing is, what surprised me there is I would be scared to do that. Like I'd be like,
which is what you say. Jamaican women are some of the most interesting. We're strong people in the Caribbean people. Jamaican women are strong, and with that strength comes the fact that they say, "Oh, if you're not treating me right, I mean, I'll left you,
No, but
I'm going to get what I need to get elsewhere.
No, but do you think it's a case where the women cheat because they just can't be faithful, or it's a case where they genuinely are dissatisfied with the relationship and they said, you know what, I'm just gonna have a man on the side to fulfill what I'm missing?
Okay, all right. For me, cheating is a very weird topic because
you have been cheated on?
I have.
And what was that like?
It did hurt, but it never hurt as much as it could have because we never got that far. Right? Where it hurts the most is when you have time invested.
Yes.
You have years and years invested and you realize that I basically wasted my years with this person. I enjoy monogamy. Some persons find it unnatural.
Yes, and I think it's a question you need to ask, and I don't think women, I don't think if you like a guy, you should force him into monogamy if he's not that type of person. Ask.
Don't change. You can't change somebody.
Yes.
You can't change the person.
Don't even try because it's not gonna work, and you're just gonna hurt yourself.
Right.
I think.
Not everybody likes monogamy or likes the idea of it. Some persons cheat because they're not being fulfilled at home.
Would you agree that there are some women who can't be monogamous as well?
Yes.
All right, but because I know enough time, they say man love woman. So what about women? Because there are some women who
that thing where you're saying some things are less for male and female. I don't believe in that.
Right.
A man can cheat, a woman can cheat. We're all human. We all have feelings. We all have urges. So as easy as a man can cheat, it may be easier for that woman to cheat. And let me show you why. For a man to go out and cheat or to pursue a woman, he has to prove a lot to that person. He's always in the pursuing role.
Yes.
Don't fight me. The woman just has to say yes.
No, I'm not gonna fight you.
And that's the truth.
Most guys,
you understand? So
the woman said, "Listen, I want something."
Yeah.
Even if he's not feeling her, as I said before, he's going to just say, why not? Because for him, it doesn't mean anything much. It's just the physical. Yeah.
So because of that, it's easier for a woman to go out there. If her man messes up today, she can say, you know what? I know that this guy has liked me for months. She probably have a list. You know, I saw a study that said that almost every woman in a relationship have a number 2 guy, not that she's sleeping with, but that she knows in the back of her head, if this doesn't work out, that's where she can go. And it happens. And we as men, I think sometimes men do have that list as well. However, our list is more unattainable, because any woman that we see that could possibly be that woman is possibly with someone else right now. You know what I mean? So.
And the guy will sleep with you even if he's with somebody else sometimes. So for you then, you don't. You're a monogamous guy, and you don't. But have you cheated?
I have not.
You have never cheated?
No. Let me show you why.
Are you in a relationship now?
I am. Let me show you why.
You guys.
Let me show you. And I know the comments are gonna be full with like BS. The way I look at it, if I'm with you and I start having feelings for someone else, maybe something not working right at home, I'd rather break up with you than cheat on you.
I feel the same way. I think, listen, it's not just about feelings for someone else, but if you're in a relationship and it's not working and you've decided that you need somebody else, the minute that you get to the point where you say, I need somebody else, it's time to say, all right, let us just pack this up so that we, because it's not fair to the other person.
It is not.
It's not fair to the other person, because when it's done to you, even cheaters, when they get cheated on, they behave bad enough. So the thing is, that's the thing.
Let me show you. As a Jamaican man, we can't take bun. We dish it, or we can't take it.
Them give
man. We will cheat. We'll cheat on you all day, every day, Monday to Friday, Saturday to Sunday. We'll cheat.
Lunchtime, breakfast and dinner.
If you look at a man between the hours of 3 and 3:01 on a Friday, we no problem. Jamaican men, we can't take it. We'll dish it, but we can't take it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the next thing that they say about Jamaican women. Is that them like Nyamot man. So me know, what that means for our audience that's watching who doesn't understand the patois. When they say Jamaican women like Nyamot man, they mean that they like to take advantage of them financially. Yes. They want to take. Right? So even if they're not really interested in the guy, if they think the guy has money and he can continue to give, particularly if she have a little man of foreign and him continue to send money. Right? So do you think that it's a case where our guys are aware that this is happening and they're comfortable with it? That's the first thing. Are they aware that this is happening?
I think most guys who are caught in a situation are aware, but they tend not to care because they're financially inept to do it.
Yeah.
They're financially capable of doing it. And the ones who aren't, God knows I'm sorry for you. Because the ones who aren't, they genuinely love this person. And they think, okay, I'm going to buy this person a gift. And maybe it's not financially doling out, like here's a 20 grand go. But they're financially doling out, they're giving you the best gifts, or they take you on the vacations.
Sometimes you're going on some extremes, ladies, there are some men out there who genuinely are, in love, and they don't have it, and they will go to extremes to make that woman happy. And then that's the part now, when she got cheat, but
that's where it gets sticky. So you do have men who know that they're being taken advantage of, but they just look at it as a financial transaction. They are taking advantage of you.
Mutual exchange.
That's
so
what
you get what you want, and I get what I want, and it's okay.
But where it hurts is for the guys who genuinely think that they're in a, or let me not say the guys, the girls who think they're genuine relationship, and either guy or girl is doling out cash. Because it does happen from the women.
But since we're on that point, do you think it is okay, it's acceptable for a woman to say, listen, I need a guy that is financially stable, and that's different at different levels. Because financially stable don't necessarily mean that you're wealthy, where you're just swimming in cash. or assets, but it also means that you are able to take care of yourself and her, right? And probably a particular lifestyle, and that will be different for everybody. So do you think that that's okay for a woman as a man? Do you think it's okay for a woman to look at a man and say, I want him because with money?
With money. All right. Here's how I look at persons who want persons for financial. That's borderline prostitution.
No, but hold on. Let's say she don't just want him for that. So she actually likes him, but one of the criteria is that he must have money.
No, hold on. Why is it the criteria that he must have money?
All right.
Why isn't the criteria that he treats her well?
Yes.
Why is it the criteria that he respects you? You understand? Now, this person could have all the money in the world and spits on you every time he sees you.
Yes.
And someone who are quite fine with that.
But I'm gonna give you a situation, right? Like, you know, the one in the previous video where Sherry mentioned she was with a guy that basically nyam she out.
Yeah.
You know, so on the flip side now, she's saying it's not that she wants him for his money, you know. It's just that it's a criteria because
for him to be
sometimes, you know, guys who are not stable and that can extend to financial stability. If they find a woman that makes a little bit more, or even if a woman doesn't make a little bit more, if they're not stable, they tend to not be content, and that comes out, you know, in the relationship, and they act out in ways, sometimes physical abuse and all of that. So that's the thing. Do you think that it's an issue that women want a man? I'm talking no. I'm not talking about the prostitute type who just want the man because he have money. I'm talking about the women who say, listen, one of the criteria is the man must be okay. All
right, we spoke about you spoke about it being evenly yoked. It doesn't only speak to Christianity. It speaks to the financial aspect as well.
Yes.
Now, if you are a woman who makes decent money, decent cash, you have a good salary.
Yes.
It is. I understand why you'd want somebody who makes equal or a little bit more than you.
I agree with you there.
I understand that, and vice versa. If you're a guy who makes good money, you'd like to know that the person who you're with can help balance you guys out.
Yeah.
However, I am also of the belief that if I am making a lot of money and I meet you as a woman and you are not the most financially sound person in life, however, I love your personality, I like your drive, we can build something together.
Drive, yes.
That's the thing, we can build something together.
But Mark, I'm gonna tell you this, you know, there are some women, you know, you see after them done build with man number one.
No, that is true.
They not build with no more, and I as a woman, I can understand that. After you've gone through the struggle with one man, and you're probably in a relationship, I don't know, 7, 10, 15 years, and then that doesn't work out, when you go build. I mean,
in that situation, it's understandable.
All right.
It is understandable. Okay. However, I think for financial strength to be a main reason why you're going to be with somebody,
it's prostitution.
It's a bad start.
Yes.
It's a bad start. You need to first of all, you need to know that the next person can have a conversation. Because being in a relationship and you can't converse with the person, you can't talk with the person, that is a waste of time. If you guys can talk and you guys enjoy each other's company, and the guy has money, that's a plus for you.
That's a plus.
And vice versa, if you in a relationship and the girl has money, that's a plus for you.
And also, so he's not intimate. You know, one of the things with the money part too, if the woman is financially stable or well off, if you will, and then the man isn't, there are times in the relationship now where she probably wants to go on a fancy vacation and he can't afford that. You know, so that's where you mentioned communication before is important, because if that's the case now, she feels like she can't do because he cannot afford it, because if she pays for it, he might feel some type of way. Depends on his values, you know, because there are some men who genuinely believe that it's their job to take care of a woman who has several children, right? And she takes care of those children. Do you think that that's a job?
Or do I think being a stay-at-home mom is a job?
Yes.
It can be. It is. It's you. Alright. Here's the thing.
This one will puzzle him, guys.
No. This is why. Having several children.
Yes.
And taking care of them is a full-time job, because we would hire a nanny to do the same thing.
Right.
So it is a full-time job. However, if I've always been puzzled by the ladies who get up and say, I want to be a housewife. From birth coming up, they want to be that stay-at-home mom.
But maybe that's what they're used to.
And I love a woman with drive.
Yes. No, but what drive is different, because there are some women who let me tell you something. I know a woman in particular. She run a house. And when we say run a house like a business, she takes care of everything. The bills. Not that she pays the bill from her own money,
naturally.
but she makes sure everything is in order. If something is broken down, she sees it and she makes sure it needs to be fixed. She the kids and their education. Because I have to tell you, I'm a mother. I have 3 kids, and no, I'm not a stay-at-home mom because it's just not my lifestyle, and it's not for me. Oh, Lord knows it's not for me. But I have done that for a few years where I stayed home with the kids.
And that's
it's one of the, I am telling you, I will trade everything I have done on the road.
Yeah.
I will trade having to stay home for that. I prefer to be out working than to be home. It's hard.
All right. So
it's hard.
All right, let me show you something. You see this little thing in COVID-19? It has proven to other persons that being a stay-at-home mom is a hard job because now they have to deal with the kids. I see all the teachers out there. I want you guys, the teachers to stay strong. You know why?
Yeah.
You see, come when COVID done, you see next year, when the teachers, they package them going fat.
Oh, yeah.
But the parents going to be really appreciative of what you guys do.
Believe me, even trying to
exactly.
I don't have the patience.
Right? So with that said, as you're saying, being a stay-at-home mom is not for you. For me, as a man, I don't think I could date a woman that her aspirations is to be a stay-at-home mom. Because
but what about the two, because generally speaking, I have to be honest with you. If you don't have a close family that is capable of passing on the values that you hold dear to your children, it is a scary thing to have a nanny come in and take care of your kids.
True, and that is so true.
So I think for a woman that can stay home for a little while, especially when their babies are in the primitive stage years, it is valuable if it can happen.
No, and that's perfectly fine with me.
All right.
You understand? However,
but you're just saying we should just set up and say, listen, I just want to stay.
Yeah. So for me personally, I understand, and I would work 2 jobs if my wife can stay home with the kids in the formative years. When I do have a child and my wife wants to stay home with the child for a year or 2 or 3, I am quite fine with that. I am okay with that. However, I want to know that the woman I am with has that drive to build empires with me, because I want to build things, you know.
Yeah, but what about you will build a business and she help you? Because you see, the thing is, that's another thing. A woman will invest her time.
Yes.
Building a business, her man business, pretty much. Yeah. Investing a lot of her time, and then now 15 years down the line, he ups and leaves her.
No, see, all right. Here's the thing about it. When it comes to like divorce and separation, it don't happen overnight.
That's true.
Divorce doesn't happen overnight. So if a couple reaches to the point where they're going to up and leave, after 15 years, it doesn't happen in the last month.
That's
so
true.
There's usually some signs, and once again, communication.
No, but I know people. I know people. Older people in their probably late 60s, 70s, who have invested so much. Women, especially, who have invested so much in building their spouse business, and really and truly they consider it their business, and that's why they invest so much. It's us, it's we doing the thing. But then no, the man, probably she get tired of the cheating or whatever the man is doing a road, and she say, this is not going to work. And then for some reason he feels that it's my business and I did this and I did that, and she's not supposed to, or she's not entitled to anything, despite all the effort that she's.
It's out of fairness.
Yeah.
Any woman who's going to help her husband, her spouse to build a business, put your name on the business on the G, please.
Yes.
It is a simple process.
Modern time now,
because even though he may be doing the financial aspect of it, you're doing the research, you're doing the hiring, you're the HR for the company, you're accounting for the company, all that stuff. And everything there is something you're saving him financially.
You're trading your time.
It's sweat equity. Put your name on the business as well.
Yes.
And that is and in that aspect, you might save a marriage too. Because he may not think twice about separating, because separating now means splitting the revenue of that business in half.
Yeah. No, but you don't want to stay married either, and it now. All right. Well, to sum it all up, then, do you believe that there are a good stock of good men, what we call good men in Jamaica? Good meaning you can find a balance between caring, monogamous, because that's a big part. For women. That's interesting.
It's a big part. Yeah.
What else?
Financially
stable. Or at least have ambition, because too many men want a woman to take
Yeah,
care
no,
of them.
no, them men is worthless.
Right?
They're just worthless.
Yes, but too many of them are like that. You understand? So do you think that a woman can really find a good, genuine Jamaican man?
All right, ladies, there are good men in Jamaica. There are men that will take care of you. There are men that will build with you, and there are men that can commit. What I would want for you to do is not just look. Don't just have an idea of who you want in your head and just stick to that. Because the person that could be that person who builds with you for life may not be that rich guy right now. He could be that handcart vendor. And that is just me going as wide as possible. He could be that handcart vendor.
He said as wide as possible.
Yeah, he could be that handcart vendor where you see him trying every day and he moves from a basket to a cart, from a cart to a car, from a car to a bus.
Yes,
and
I've
you
seen
see that progression. Those are the type of persons you need to have, the persons who have drive.
But are they hard to find?
I don't think they're hard to find. Most women aren't looking. Most women sit back and say, what is from me will come to me.
How do they look? Where are these men hanging out?
You go out, church. Let me tell you, this is church. A lot of people sleep on church, yeah?
Hold on.
A lot of persons sleep on church.
But nothing is going on in that church.
A lot of things happen in the church. So you need to start from there. You start with your friends. Your friends must know somebody. And you assume your friends walk with party people who are of upstanding morals and that type of stuff. But a lot of women sit home, eating popcorn, watching movie and expect to find somebody. You need to go out, get out there.
Is that what you're doing, guys?
You need to.
Is that what you're doing?
You need to get out. Let me tell you, you're in Montego Bay on a Wednesday. We're pre-COVID, or you're in Montego Bay on a Wednesday. Wednesday night at Pier 1 is a nice night.
No, but Wednesday night.
Wednesday night,
with the fashion show. Oh,
yeah,
not Friday.
Not
because
Friday.
Friday is just...
No man. But Wednesday night is a working class crowd. It's a lot quieter. You can talk, you can have conversations. You go there, you might meet someone. You go to church. You go to the racetrack. There are so many places you can go to meet people, but you have to get out.
Option.
But you have to get out.
So what about Jamaican women now? From a male perspective, do you think that there are good, faithful, genuine, loving, caring Jamaican women?
I think there are definitely good Jamaican women out there. However, you have to go to these women with your ability to climb a wall, because most Jamaican women have been jaded. They have been
jaded. How?
They've been hurt. They're very cautious when it comes to who they're talking to. So you have to go there with the intent to climb a wall, or go there with a chisel and knock it out.
So if you're really interested in the woman, you're saying that you have to be prepared to do some work, because she might be a little scarred from previous relationship, and she has a lot of guard.
A lot of guard, and most Jamaican women.
Yes, I would agree, and you know, it's important for us to educate ourselves and to be aware of that when we're thinking about getting involved with somebody new. That person is not this person, so not to bring over, you know, all of the things,
all the baggage from previous,
from the previous.
And don't hold this new person hostage for something that the old person did. Try to give everybody a fresh slate.
All men are not the same.
Don't be stupid and just fall for everything, but give that person a fresh slate. Give that person the opportunity to prove themselves. Because the fact of the matter is, you're taking your time to date someone. Give the person the chance to date you.
There you have it, guys. I think this was a lot, very informative. We're really happy that Mark decided to sit down with us. We could really go on for a while. He has a lot to share. If you like the video and you want to see more great content like this, type yes in the comments below. Also, if you like the video, leave us a thumbs up, share, and subscribe for more great content like this. We upload videos every week, so hit that notification bell and you'll never miss a video when we upload. Thank you for watching, and remember, Jamaica is not just a place, it's an experience.